2025 didn't necessarily leave us with absolute bangers in the racing department. Project Motor Racing fumbled while Rennsport proved that Teyon should stick to making Terminator and RoboCop games. 2026 has the likes of Forza Horizon 6 on the metaphorical horizon, but until then, why not settle in for some motorbike racing with Ride 6? Milestone S.r.l's latest entry in the long-running series launches on February 12th for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and it's packed with several new features. Let's dive into all of them here, starting with Unreal Engine 5. If there's one thing that the Ride series has been known for, especially in recent years, it's the visuals. Flashback to Ride 4 and all the videos about its realism. With Ride 6, Milestone is upgrading to Unreal Engine 5, which should allow for even more realistic detail. Granted, there's always the concern about performance, but Ride 5 was pretty well optimized, and what better way to ring in the new engine than with a revamped career mode? Ride Fest Career Mode. Have you ever wanted to roam an open world on motorbikes a la Forza Horizon and take on events at your leisure? Well, too bad, because Ride 6 sticks to the linear career mode. That said, Ride Fest definitely offers a more festive atmosphere compared to previous entries with more structure and freer progression, as you take control of a professional rider and grind to the top spot. There's just one problem. Your opponents aren't exactly in the same skill bracket. Challenging real-world racing legends. To reign supreme in Ride Fest, you'll need to take on no less than 10 legendary racers. These include two-time MotoGP World Champion Casey Stoner, three-time Superbike World Champion winner Tony Bayliss, and even Isle of Man TT veteran Guy Martin. Given their range of experiences across all the different motorcycle classes available, you're in for a challenging journey to the top. Over 280 motorcycles. Speaking of motorcycles, Ride 6 offers 289 on day one across 7 categories from 21 manufacturers. It's like the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate of bikes with Ducati, Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, and more brands available to race with. However, alongside the familiar, there are some new types, including new bagger and maxi enduro bikes. You've probably seen these on and off in real life, but the time has finally come to race them professionally, in-game of course. The bagger, with its saddlebags alongside the Maxi Enduro and their off-road capabilities, present a unique alternative to the usual sports bikes, dirt bikes, and so on, and should make for some interesting challenges when attempting to master them. 39 tracks on day one. The bike riding is only as enjoyable as the tracks allow, and thankfully, Ride 6 promises a pretty healthy variety of vistas to race through. You'll be able to pick from 39 tracks on day one, including the Daytona International Speedway, Fuji International Speedway, Brands Hatch Circuit, 24 Hours de Mans Bugatti Circuit, Suzuka, and of course, Nuremberg Nordschleife. Plenty of other tracks spanning locations like Spain, Canada, South Africa, and more will be available, but they won't all focus on asphalt. Off-road races at last. Ride 5 kind of indulged in the supermoto world with the short track pack, which included Blue Wave Arena. However, for the first time in the series, Ride 6 introduces off-road tracks for some proper dirt racing. Is it somewhat concerning that the racers look as clean entering an off-road race as they do leaving in pre-release footage? Sure, but hey, it's the thought, atmosphere, and winding paths that count. Plus, you can probably expect those details at launch. Arcade and Pro settings. With racing sims like this, there's always a concern over whether it's realistic enough to appeal to purists while remaining accessible enough for newcomers. In that respect, you have 2 core settings to choose from here, Arcade and Pro. The former allows for racing without thinking too much about the technicalities, as the developer puts it, while the latter is for those seeking a pure simulation. But there are also other settings to tinker around with, including weather, lighting, and time of day. Race with the sun shining high or during a downpour at night. The choice is up to you, and you can fine-tune the difficulty as well. The return of riding school. Of course, for those who want to learn the fundamentals and gradually work their way towards mastering the art of motorbiking, there's the Bridgestone Riding School. If it's anything like Ride 5's riding school, expect to tackle various challenges with set bikes to earn different medals, gradually working your way up to the golds. Full crossplay, but no day one split screen. Unfortunately, local split screen won't be available on day one, but Ride 6 will support full crossplay for online multiplayer. Leaderboards are also available so you can measure your efforts against the best in the world and show off your immaculate fashion while doing so. 4K 60 FPS on consoles. If it's anything like its predecessor, you probably shouldn't expect separate graphics modes on the regular PS5 and Xbox Series X. However, according to the Xbox Store listing, Ride 6 will support 4K Ultra HD and 60+ FPS alongside HDR10. Expect the same settings for the PS5 version. DualSense and PS5 Pro enhanced support. Haptic feedback and adaptive trigger support feel like they would be a given for a game like this. It's the most literal mirror of handlebars out there, aside from a proper racing setup. But to further sweeten the deal for PlayStation players, Ride 6 is PS5 Pro enhanced. Details are scant, yet you can likely expect a higher frame rate mode. PC requirements. In an age where RAM is a precious commodity, it's good to see Ride 6 keeping its PC requirements relatively accessible. At the minimum, you'll need an Intel Core i5-9600K, an AMD Ryzen 5 2600 or something similar, an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660 Ti, an AMD Radeon RX 5500 XT or equivalent, and 16GB of RAM. The recommended requirements include a Core i3-12100F, yeah, they still make those, or a Ryzen 5 2600X with an RTX 2080 or a Radeon RX 7700 XT and 16GB of RAM. Installation space is a little hefty at 60GB, but it's a small price to pay. Accessibility features. The full suite of accessibility features have yet to be outlined, but on PS5, it's possible to play without button holds or rapidly mashing buttons. You can also opt out of simultaneous button presses, motion controls, touch controls, vibration, and the adaptive trigger effect if you so wish. Bike packs and season passes. It wouldn't be a racing sim without additional content, especially post-launch. To start with, pre-orders for any edition of Ride 6 will receive the Made in Japan Bikes pack for free, which includes the Honda CBR600RR Racing Modified 2024 and Yamaha YZF R1M 2024. However, the Deluxe and Ultimate editions also receive the Made in Italy Bikes pack, featuring the Ducati Panigale V4 SEM 2025 and Aprilia RSV4 Factory E5 2024. And while you get the Season Pass Volume 1 with the Deluxe Edition, the Ultimate Edition includes Volume 1 and 2, meaning even more bikes, alongside a credits multiplier. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.